It's another edition of WPSD Local 6 Legal Line with attorneys from the Bryant Law Center in Paducah, Mark Bryant, Emily Roark directly to my left, and you may have heard something about pending litigation against the makers of Zantac. I've heard about this, Mark, but before we get started with questions, give us a little background on this, if you would.
Well, Zantac was the first billion-dollar drug. It came on the market in 1983, and shortly thereafter it became a huge deal because it's used to cut down on heartburn and acid, stomach acid. And recently, the FDA determined that there was an NDMA, which is something that is found in the elements and is cancer causing. And so after the FDA found out about it, CVS, Walmart, Walgreens immediately took it off the shelves. But when they did, finally the company stopped making it and putting it on shelves also at other places around the country. So as lawyers are wont to do, we started filing lawsuits over it, and we are very, very involved in this because the cancer causing, and it doesn't happen to everybody, but it's kind of like smoking cigarettes. Not everybody who smokes cigarettes gets cancer, but there's a very good chance you're going to get cancer. Well, in these cases, if anybody has cancer, Stanford University made a finding that this is cancer causing, and so that's how we got involved in it, and we are very much involved in it.
That leads us to a question from Martha, who says specifically, what type of cancer does Zantac cause?
Well, the study that was done at Stanford University, it shows that the type of cancer that's caused is stomach cancer, bladder cancer, colorectal cancer, kidney cancer, and stomach cancer. And so if you've had any of those and you have taken Zantac for a year or more, you conceivably have a lawsuit and can make a claim for damages from the manufacturers, those companies.
We have a question from Dean, who wants to know, what specifically do I need to prove that I took Zantac or that Zantac caused my cancer?
You just need to have taken Zantac for at least a year, and then you need to have taken either the prescription Zantac or the name brand Zantac. And if you have taken that and either have proof, like the box itself, the prescription, or receipts, then bring that in with you, or just keep that when you call us. Also, a lot of people have the CVS cards or the Walgreens cards, and we can use that to show that you bought the name brand, or or if you had a prescription, obviously we can get those records as well.
Gerald has a question, and it sounds like he's interested, but he wants to know, how much does it cost him to file a lawsuit or be part of the lawsuit against Zantac?
Well, Gerald, here's how we work on these type of cases, and we do them all over the country now. We do this on a contingency fee, and it doesn't cost you a dime if we don't win your case. But if we win the case, we take a percentage of it out, and typically this is in an MDL. It's called multi-district litigation. It's in Palm Beach, Florida, and the judge routinely sets the amount of the fee. And there'll be tens of thousands of cases filed in this, so it's not going to cost you anything unless we win. So even our time, we don't charge you for it. The money that you pay to get involved in the lawsuit, I mean that we pay to get into the lawsuit, we don't charge you for that until we win your case.
Mark Bryant, Emily Roark, our guest on this edition of Local 6 Legal Line from the Bryant Law Center in Paducah. Have more questions regarding this case? Good news for you is that we'll be back here in about 20 or 25 minutes. They'll be taking more questions and discussing this just a little bit further. So stay tuned. Meanwhile, if you would like to send this segment to someone who might gain some benefit, you're welcome to do so. It'll be up shortly online at WPSDLocal6.com.